and go to the maintenance plan. If you have already maintenance plan, there would be a plus sign here, and you can go ahead and view the maintenance plan. Since we don't have a maintenance plan, we're going to go ahead and right click on the maintenance and click on new plan. We need to name the plan, so we're gonna go ahead backup underscore all DB. So this is our maintenance plan, since this maintenance plan is going to be backing up all the databases, including system databases and user databases. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. As you can see right here, this is the maintenance plan, and there's a sub plan up here. We're going to go ahead and click on toolbox up here. If it doesn't appear, the toolbox doesn't appear, you can click on view and click on toolbox right here, and it'll bring the toolbox right there. So right now it's on hide, auto hide, so you don't have to click on auto hide, and you can click on this little auto hide button, and then it will go ahead and stay on there. So we're gonna go ahead in this video, we're going to do backup database task. So we're gonna go ahead and drag that to this space. Once you drag the backup database task in this space right here, as you can see right here, the X button, that means that this backup task is not configured. So we created the maintenance plan, and now we got the backup database task from the toolbox. We're going to go ahead and configure this backup database task. Once it's configured, you will see that this X bar is gone, and it is converted into green. That means it's ready to be used. So we're going to go ahead and configure it. In order to configure it, you need to double click on the backup database task, and it'll appear all the setting. It'll show in this little window, backup database task. So connection up here is our local connection. General information is that what kind of backup that you're going to create this plan for. You have full backup, differential backup, and log backup. In this video, we're going to do full backup. So we're going to go ahead and click on that, and up here we have a selection of the database. Now if you click on the selection, you get following selection: all databases, only the system databases, which is master, model, and MSDB, and all user databases. This will exclude master, model, MSDB, and temp DB. But also you have an option if you wanted just specific databases. You don't want all user databases, you don't want system databases, you don't want up here this option. You can go ahead and select what databases that you wanted to back up in this maintenance plan. So we're going to go ahead and click on all databases, since this video is about backing up all your databases on a particular SQL Server instance. So we're going to go ahead and click on all databases. Keep in mind, this is very important. Ignore databases where the state is not online. If your database is offline and you have not clicked on this, your maintenance plan is going to fail. So keep in mind that if you have the backup up here, the database offline, any database that is offline in your database list, you need to click this option so that it will go ahead and ignore and not create an error in your backup maintenance plan. So we're going to go ahead and click all databases. I don't have any database that is offline, so it doesn't really matter for me, but I'm going to click it anyway. We're going to go ahead and click OK. Now up here, backup to, we have two options in SQL Server 2012, 2014. There are two options to disk and URL. URL involves your Azure storage, so we're not going to cover in this video. We'll put another video to back up to a URL using Azure account. But right here you have a disk, tape, and URL. We're going to, in this video, we're going to back up all these databases on the disk. So we're good with that. Click on destination. Up here, if you wanted to create subdirectory of each database, and once the subdirectory is created, all the databases will go and create a database directory such as master or all user database, and it'll put in this following location. You have an option right here. If you wanted to put it somewhere else, you can click on right here and change the path of your databases. This is the path that where your database is going to be. So if you wanted to create a backup for every database and create a subdirectory, you can click that. I'm not going to create a subdirectory. I'm okay with the and databases that just be in main folder, not subdirectory. Sometimes it's a good option to create a subdirectory because it'll make it more manageable for anybody, any DBA to do that. So backup extension is BAK right here. So let's look at the options right here. Options are just like manually creating the database. We have the compression. If you wanted to use the SQL Server default compression, that's fine. If you don't want compression, you have an option not to select the compression. Again, I wanted to quickly mention that if your database is compressed and from 100 gig to its backup is 40 gig, that doesn't mean that it's going to take less time to restore. It's going to take the same time as 100 gig database. So you have option backup set will expire. You have option in days and also the date. Copy only backup, usually we in normal maintenance plan we don't do that. This is some of the ad hoc if you wanted to do the copy only backup. The verify backup integrity, sometimes it's a good option to do it in production, but keep in mind if you click on verify backup integrity, it's going to take some time in order to complete your backup task. If you wanted to do the backup encryption, you can select that. If you're sending your backup offsite somewhere to a vendor or even Microsoft, you would like to encrypt your database backup so that when it goes over the network, it won't be hacked. So you have that option. And we're ready to click OK and create a maintenance plan. Once this maintenance plan is created, it is going to create a job for us in SQL Server Agent. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, that little X button is gone. Up here, some of the options that this maintenance plan is going to run as SQL Server Agent Service Account, which is right here. So you need to make sure the agent account, the account that you're using, you have an option to change the account right here. If that account is changed, or even the SQL Server agent, you need to make sure that that particular account has the right permission where you're storing your database backups. If that's not the case, then you're going to run into issue of permission issue that it cannot write to the particular storage where you wanted to add your backups. So we're gonna go ahead and keep in mind it's very important to save all. Once you click on save, that's when it's going to create SQL Server Agent job. So we're gonna go ahead and save all. Alright, our maintenance plan is saved, and in this maintenance plan we have configured full backup of all the databases on our SQL Server instance. So let's close this and take a look on SQL Server Agent. As you can see right here is our backup underscore all job is created. So you can go ahead and manually run this job, or you can also execute your maintenance plan. If you refresh it, we'll get an option right here. You can execute your maintenance plan. What back behind the scene it'll do, it'll kick off the job on SQL Server Agent. So we're going to click on the jobs right here. You can go